People think I weigh this incredible amount, or that I can lift this incredible amount. You know, I weigh between 190 and 195.
Okay.
And when everyone wants to know, hey, how much weight is that? How much are you lifting? And I always say, that's the wrong question. The right question is that enough weight to put you in a winning mindset? Is that another PR for you? Does that create adequate stimulus to create the right adaptations to get stronger, right? Because once you start, because why are you asking? It's because you want to compare yourself to me, or you want to compare me to somebody else.
True, very
right?
true. Oh, that's so true.
A real giant, because people want to know, hey, how tall are you? And I tell them I'm 6'7".
Like that's the number one question I get.
Really?
I'm like, bro, Google it. Take your time out of your day and figure it out.
I tell everyone I'm 6'7", and they start laughing, like I just did. And I'm like,
not at you.
I said, there's a reason that the giraffe isn't king of the jungle. And then the real truth is, you know, what are you trying to measure me against? You or someone else, or whatever you're trying to measure. You know, a real giant measures himself against himself. And so that's why I feel like 6'7".
It's a mindset.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
Where'd you get that mindset from? Your parents? Or?
My dad. My dad taught me the whole relentless thing. Like, my mom would always say, your father's the most relentless man I've ever met in my entire life. And that kind of like drove me to like want to be like him. A lot of sons, their dad is their hero, as it should be, in a proper world.
Yep.
And my dad was my hero for how hard he worked. You know, he grew up with nothing. He grew up on welfare, literally writing doctor's notes to be excused from school so he could go work at a gas station to make money and stuff like that. And like through those stories and just witnessing him, like he chopped wood instead of buying it, you know, like instead of doing gas at the house, like to keep the house warm during the winter and stuff. Like, and I witnessed it. I also chopped wood with him. You know, it taught me a lot. Like, you just can't be a, excuse my language, I kind of say,
oh yeah.
You just can't be a, you gotta work. And it'll take that to my grave.
What's your dad up to now?
I would say he's now finishing his job as an electrician. I think it's like 2 years and then he has.
15?
What's that?
Was that 15?
I want to say yes.
Okay.
I just kept going and lost count.
It wasn't more than 15.
But it was 15 on the dot.
All right, I'll go with that.
But yeah, so my dad, you know, he just instilled that in my head to always, his famous saying, always be 3 steps ahead, never be reactive, be proactive.
I love that.
So that's like been my like motto of life.
To be able to have a mentor, to be able to have a dad like that in your life.
Yeah, I'm grateful.
Yeah.
It's nuts because like people call me crazy for when I wanted to leave school and leave D1 lacrosse, because I was basically getting paid $60,000 a year as like, because I was going to school for free. So
yeah.
Like, someone was handing me that money basically, and I was using it to go to school. And I was like, you know what? This is not me. I'm gonna be the most me, and that is not here. So I'm leaving. And trust me, it was not an easy decision either. It was something that took a very, very long time and hard process, but well worth it. I'm glad I took the risk, you know?
Hell yeah.
Life is all about the risk.
And it's all about having a commensurate reward.
Although the talking is distracting me from the pain in my abs, but it's okay.
You're not feeling like you're not cramping up at all?
No, I'm good. Oh wait, didn't you say that we're gonna go until we can't anymore?
We're gonna do 15 to 20 seconds.
Okay, I was like, I hope we're not here all night.
Oh no, we'll be here for an hour.
No, your message is really pure and it's really good. And it's very motivating to see. Honestly, the craziest part for me is that, you know, how long ago did you start social media?
July last year.
So it's been 1 year. Exactly, nearly 1 year.
Yeah.
It's insane how much impact you've left already so far and that you're building.
Thank you. It's my job.
Yeah. What did you do before this?
I always say I'm an evolutionary hunter. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I build businesses. I'm really good at building businesses, at building teams, and scaling.
I can tell you have a very solid structure here. It's inspiring. Something that I want to implement into my life.
As young as you are, man, and the success you've already achieved, that's such a strong indicator. You know, I tell people, don't compare yourself to me, because you could be so much better than me, especially at such a young age. To have the start that you have, you can eclipse everybody. It's crazy. If you look online, people say I'm a bodybuilder. I wouldn't say I'm a bodybuilder. You know, I'm a guy that gets to work every day. I'm a guy that earns it every single day, right? Because how you do anything is how you do everything. And you show me a guy who's jacked, lean, ripped, and tan physically, because how you do anything is how you do everything, right? I'm not surprised when that guy also expresses its highest and most dominant form. Mentally, socially, emotionally, charismatically, right? Holistically. The way you show up on social media, you know, it's not because there's plenty of guys that have the physique.
Yeah.
Right? How many guys
It's far past that.
can take the risk that's commensurate with the reward, leave the comfort of the cave, as articulate as you are, right?
Oh, yeah.
I always say the way that we look and the way that we speak are outwards expression of what we believe. It's the truest expression of who you are, right? Because the way that you speak is a reflection of how well formed are your ideas. What are your principles? What are your philosophies that organize your thoughts when you talk? Give me 5 minutes in a room with somebody and I can tell you everything I need to know about this guy based on how they talk and based on how they express themselves with a shirt off, right? Because once again, you can't buy that at the mall, right? That's the kind of shit you gotta forge yourself, put yourself in the toughest positions in life. And only through that struggle and persevering and winning can you have a fully formed sense of what winning, being a fucking man, expressing your highest and most dominant form is like. So we had launched social media, we went to New York City, and I'm doing Barbarian across the Brooklyn Bridge, and this guy runs up to me. He runs up to me, his name's Saul. He goes, I'm Saul from Instagram. I'm like, holy shit, bro, I have no fucking idea who you are. So tell me about you. He goes, I'm the guy that lost 60 pounds. I'm the guy that stopped drinking alcohol. I'm the guy that's reconnected with confidence in my life because I started following these 9 ancestral tenets. I eat liver and I do push-ups before breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And he stops drinking alcohol. And you should have seen how excited he was. The look on his face, the health and happiness that I could feel. At that point, I already had my why in the world, it's my boys. But my boys were sick as f***, they were allergic to everything. They stopped breathing, they almost died. They were going by ambulance rides to the hospital. That's why I did this, for them. My boys were just living with these bags around their eyes. And we just thought, oh, this is normal. And then they would get hives by anything. I mean, they were breaking out hives. They were wheezing. They were taking full breaths. And we just thought, okay, we'll give them more Benadryl. We'll give them the nebulizer. We'll give them whatever the you need to give them. What?
Come on, let's go.
That's it. Whatever the doctor said to give them. So they were just limping along. And but there were times they wouldn't limp along. There were times they stopped breathing, that they turned blue. Wow. The EpiPen goes in. The ambulance comes. The ambulance can't get them breathing normal again. They go to the hospital. They're admitted to the hospital. So everywhere they go, it's with Benadryl, it's with an EpiPen, and this is no life to live, man. And even though we saw this as like, okay, we have some serious issues when they can't breathe. You know how many other issues are going on that you don't even know about?
Yeah.
So we just said enough is enough. Like, enough of the same bullshit solutions. It's time to figure this out. That's what I did. I'm like, okay, we're gonna try anything and everything. So I started learning about different things. We tried a few different things. But then I stumbled upon this whole ancestral living thing, right? Our original way of being. Cutting out all the processed foods, the seed oils, the liquid calories. We threw all that shit away and we went to all organic, wild caught food. Almost overnight, they got better. Their wheezing went away. They're taking full breaths. In about a week, their skin tone. We never knew that they had a less white, pasty skin tone.
Really?
People ask me all the time, by the way, why are you so red? I'm like, why the f are you so pasty? You gotta get out in the sun, my man. And the thing is, the bags around their eyes went away. This vibrancy came back. The light came back in their lives.
Yeah.
Their brains came on, the switch came on. They start laughing. You don't know what you were missing.
And how did that feel as a father, seeing that? Like, seeing your sons go from maybe just this tired, effective feeling, and then now, boom, you see them as their true selves.
I did my job. You know, I did my job, but the job is just beginning, right? I mean, you know that this is your fight. This is what you're fighting for. And you know that this is your job as a man to be able to protect your wife in a dark alley. And what I mean by that is, like when you go into a dark alley, your wife needs to know you got the strength and courage to protect her, right?
Yeah.
Literally. But you know what? Your wife needs to know that if you have this catastrophic event happen in your family, that you got the strength and courage and mastery to go find a solution to protect your fucking kids, right? If you have a financial crisis, that we've been through for a decade. Your wife needs to know this is the dark alley moment.
Yep.
You're gonna be there with the strength and courage to fucking protect her. And so it just felt like, you know what, I did my job. I did my job, but the real joy is like, you know, the real fulfillment when you hear them laugh. You'll see this when we all hang out. You hear how these guys laugh. You hear how they connect with life. You know, this is one of our primary purposes in life, is like to be healthy enough, to be fertile enough, to have children, a primary purpose. And then as you raise your children, there's all these rewards along the way that you get to shape and create your best friends. You know, that you get to shape and create self-made kings. You know, and so
That's awesome to
that's
hear.
how I felt. I'm like, oh, you know what, I did my job. But the job's just beginning.
Yeah.
You know, and you'll see today, like, this is my most important meeting of the day. The board meeting of the day is the dinner we're gonna have with them.
Awesome.
And it's what I planned for the most, and you're gonna see, I'm gonna test them today, and they're gonna grow today. They might fail, and that's okay, because every day we go through this philosophy, we go through sharing wins, and they go through giving a speech, and they always get better. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Hell yeah.
We just did probably 300 GHD sit-ups. This is our Wednesday rest day, right? And if you can't do 300 GHD sit-ups, you just go to the surgeon and get some ab implants. That last part is a joke. So I think we'll just do upper body only here. Okay, and don't go f***ing nuts at the beginning.
All right.
Actually,
That was me.
f*** it, go nuts.
Yeah, I was just on semen retention. I gotta go nuts.
Go f***ing nuts. Oh, see, I hate how the bike does this, but basically we're just
Do your
gonna
legs
get
not
started.
reach?
What do you mean?
I was just calling you short. It's okay.
Oh yeah, my legs don't reach. Oh, you got me. Hey, that's the other thing I love about you is everyone wants to pretend they got a big right. I don't get it. Why do people
I don't know.
Listen, you were born with your height. You were born with whatever. So you think you're, and I love how you do the videos. And you're like, I'm average.
Dude, American Caucasian average. Nothing's wrong with it. All right, guys.
And again, like you think you're proud. You think you're better than someone else because you got something you were born with. I mean, it's a cool thing that you're like, hey, I'm above.
Slightly above average.
what
That's
you
what it is.
said.
Slightly above average. You went average, then I'd be underestimating a little bit.
All right, so we're gonna get to work. We'll do about
Oh, upper body only.
upper body. That's why the feet are up here.
Oh, all right. Let's run it, boys.
Some guys on Instagram, I get so many DMs. I wish you were my dad. And when I see that, and I hear that, and I feel that, you know, I realize how profound this responsibility is.
Yeah.
But you know what? My job as their father is to do this thing.
Yeah.
And
It's so amazing to see. Seriously.
but guess what? They don't say. I know they love me.
Yeah.
They f***ing love me, right? And there's no doubt. When I was growing up, I didn't appreciate my mom.
Yep.
I didn't appreciate none of this until maybe I was 30 or 35 and had the insight to see what she was actually doing.
You don't see it till you're older. Like my dad pushing me, I didn't know. At the moment, I'm like, come on, why are you acting like this? Mom doesn't act like this. Mom doesn't, not that she treats me better, but she is easier on me. But if I didn't have my dad, I'd be a soft little.
And
You know?
again, they're hardwired to do the respective roles.
Yes.
I think you came.
It was a really good balance between my mom and my dad. And my dad pushed the hell out of me, and I'll be thankful till I die because of it. And I hope he knows that. And I mean, I tell him this, but that's what I was saying. Like your sons, if they don't realize it now, they will. And be like, my dad taught me so damn much.
Yeah.
And I will. I'll tell him. And it's just like, keep doing it. And you know that, but like, it's great to see.
But I have this thing that I say that I'd rather my kids hate me than hate themselves. I'm gonna show them how to create and shape the future that they want to live in, right? To have that extreme ownership, to take real responsibility over all outcomes in their lives. And I know they won't hate me. They might hate me. They have moments and periods.
Yeah.
For sure, which you did too.
Yes, 100%.
And I'm okay with that. Because you know what? They're gonna want a relationship with their dad at some point. Next week, next month, next year, whatever. And when they realize how they can shape and create the future, they're gonna say, oh, I know how to do this too. But that's the thing I won't accept, I won't tolerate, is them hating themselves. That's not gonna happen. Well, we worked our asses off.
Hell yeah.
We got a world record. We're done working out for the second time after doing Barbarian.
Thank you.
It's time to go. Peace.
Let's get it.
Good.
Let's eat.